is watch this right here. And it's something that I actually talked about. I did a video about this, a few days ago, maybe the beginning of the week or end of last week, something like that. But these guys here, if you don't know who they are, it's they call the Playback. I know they're two separate content creators who work together on this channel or this show that they do. And I kind of want to see their reaction to the video that was put out about H3H3, and possible defamation lawsuit against him from Andrew Tate. I mean, my perspective is one thing, and I'm typically not holding any form of a bias in my perspective. Of course, we know how what I think of H3H3. The guy is hypocritical as fuck and absolutely asinine, and in my eyes, on some level, a bit of a loser. But okay, go on, get it, bro. Said doing good, bro. Good to hear. Good to hear. But taking that bias aside, if I look at his content or whatever, and look at the things that he says without bias, on a greater scale of shit, he's fucking wrong, and it's pure and utter idiocy as to the way that he acts about things, or has to try and have this holier than thou sort of mentality, as if he's absolutely correct in the things that he says, even though in fact he does zero research, can't stand to actually watch something before speaking on it. And in this case, he truly did defame Andrew Tate. Now, there's a different level of standards, when it comes to defamation in the United States versus just about any country. And I'll get more into that, I think, as we watch this. But I want to see their reaction to this video as well, because I think it's always important to get outside perspective on things, especially if you do hold any form of bias, whether you allow that bias to interject into your work or not. So let's go ahead and take a look at this real quick. I'm going to pause the music and let this play.
On April 8th, 2022, Ethan began his attack on Andrew Tate while interviewing Brittany Broski.
So scary, actually.
Yeah, it's a little scary.
He's actually a sex trafficker. That's epic.
Yeah.
No, literally, this dude is like a deep-rooted misogynist. Like, scary.
His claims weren't completely unfounded. Romania's Directorate for Investigating Organized Crime and Terrorism said the raid on the Tate's house was part of an investigation.
Like I said, I know we watched this video and reacted to it, but I want to see their stance on it.
As the probe continued, it escalated to include other crimes. 5 days later.
So before we get into more into it, Andrew Tate sent Ethan and them a cease and desist to stop talking about him.
Yeah.
The reason why a lot of people are talking about this right now, because this is definitely lining up for Andrew Tate potentially to sue Ethan Klein for defamation, which I think a lot of people, I don't know why y'all thought y'all could just go around just saying things about this man that were just completely incorrect, invalid, and that was clearly tarnishing his reputation, and y'all just thought y'all can get away with it. It also blew my mind. Anytime we made a video about Andrew Tate that might have been neutral or positive about him, you know how people were just saying he's a sex trafficker, oh, he did this and that and the third, and it's like, bro, it's been debunked several times. I don't know why y'all think that we about to get on this fucking platform and just cap and lie just for the sake of trying to fit in. I don't know why the fuck y'all think we about to do that shit, especially those type of allegations.
Just because you like somebody doesn't mean you can believe in everything in opposition to them. Just use your brain, right?
Yep.
There's not enough evidence to support the claim.
And they're both right on that.
Just because you don't like the person.
They're both right on
y'all
that.
Y'all about to realize why we weren't jumping out the window and calling this man the things y'all wanted us to call him, because it was just factually incorrect. There's a lot of proof and evidence that was backing the fact that shit that H3 was saying that y'all was running with was just incorrect.
Ethan included another.
So to kind of put in perspective what they're saying, they're absolutely correct on that. That number one, it's not about jumping on the bandwagon. Andrew Tate actually lives close to me. Got to make no shit. That's crazy. That's right. Yeah, you are out there. That's crazy as hell. No, like seriously, I'd like to sit down and talk to the dude and ask, different questions and just discuss some of his ideas. Because what's funny is he's younger than I am. And I know, the era that he was brought up in, the things that that were probably instilled into him, and how we're supposed to act as men, and what we were supposed to do, and how we're supposed to carry ourselves and just a great deal of things. And like I said, there's not too many things that I would not agree with him on, but some of the stuff that I would look and say, that's kind of fucking outlandish, I'd like to know his perspective on it. Because in all honesty, even if I think it might be lightweight outlandish, to hear somebody's side to it is, there's a possible gray area in there that he may understand or may have actually experienced, and that's what gives his ideas or his opinions on it. But a lot of the other stuff is just simply things that are inherently built into men from day one, and then pushed as you're growing up. To say that you have to create and build in order to be recognized as a man is not wrong by any means. Now, as to what they were saying, these two here, people expect you to simply go with the flow and go with, what others think is right. Half the motherfuckers out of here who sit here and try and say, oh, he's this, he's that, or this is right, or this is wrong, or H3H3 is correct. Oh my God, suck his dick, you fucking morons. All right. I hate the term dick riding because, yeah, you're allowed to actually appreciate someone's views, or if they align with yours or whatever the case may be, to actually appreciate the individual and what they say and what they do. But y'all niggas is doing nothing but dick riding at this point, because the fact is this: you're sitting here taking fiction, absolute lies, shit that truthfully can be proven to you with receipts, with video evidence, with other individuals who are part of the incidents, and simply them saying, hey, that's not true. Y'all can't accept it because you got fucking this dickhole's rhetoric so deep down your throat, you're gagging on it. I said it. Dick riding asses. That's what most people are in this day and age. And everybody wants to have this whole kumbaya, my lord, fucking sort of goddamn mentality, not understanding that, guess what? They are no better than the people that they tend to try and go against. The thing that I will say, I will say that these two have to slightly understand is this. Yes, there is a case for defamation. They're absolutely correct in their viewpoints of saying we will not just sit here and abide by you guys' ideals and follow suit and, shame this man or say he was rightfully kicked off of a platform, anything like that. They are absolutely right in that because they've seen the other side of it, the evidence to it. But when it comes to, and this is what I was saying initially before starting the video, when it comes to defamation in the United States, what has to be proven, especially in the instance of an individual who is seen as a public figure or a famous individual, malice has to be proven. Only in the fucking United States of America does malice have to be proven. You can lie your ass off, essentially, saying the most ridiculous shit, H3H3, L3L3, Ethan Klein, whack-ass motherfucker, whatever you want to call him. That's what he does. Even in lieu of all of the evidence placed before him, he still rides out with these asinine ideas. And you know why? Because it's what gains him an audience. It makes him money. And he thinks that in the past defamation lawsuits that he's actually won, that somehow he could do this forever. Nah, in this case, malice can absolutely be proven. In other countries, malice is almost unnecessary. In Japan, especially, and most Asian cultures, you fucking shit on somebody's name in that way, be prepared to take the L, my nigga. Be prepared to take the L. Not only will you take the L, but you will almost be castrated from society on some level because of the fact that you were so ignorant as to go after an individual knowing that you were wrong, knowing that you had zero evidence of these things that you say about them, no company wants to work with you. Your family will probably look at you like an idiot because you've not only shamed yourself, but you've also shamed them on some level, because then it looks like you weren't brought up properly. But the United States, oh buddy, oh boy, you can pretty much do it unless malice is proven. And in this case, malice can be proven.
Another clip about Andrew Tate and what would become a reoccurring topic on his podcasts.
Let's talk about our boy Cobra Tate. Cobra. We had such a fun time making fun of this guy.
Making jokes about someone as polarizing as Andrew Tate is innocent at what makes YouTube fun, but Ethan also became very comfortable calling him a criminal.
But they're obviously very bad dudes. They literally kidnap people. They're criminals.
I don't follow Andrew Tate, so I'm certainly not defending any of his rants.
saying that like it's
but I think it's important to call out Ethan.
Even they said it, yeah. He said it like it was fact.
Also, what's interesting about my money is that I made it by not human trafficking people, so that's a bonus for me, I think.
On Tuesday, April 27, a spokesperson for the Romanian policy agent.
I'm not gonna lie, like, independent of like how crazy what he's saying is, that was actually a good joke. Like, I mean, hey, that's funny as hell, H3.
He added that no one has been charged or arrested yet in the case, but that the investigation is ongoing. This video was streamed on May 2nd, 2022, after the release of the news article stating no one had been
I wish I just skipped to every part where they're reacting.
Tate's had been. To date, Ethan and the H3 podcast have talked about Andrew Tate in at least 22 separate podcasts.
And that's a big problem right there. On 22 separate instances, you've spoken about this individual. You've put it out there to audiences of not hundreds, not thousands, not hundreds, not thousands, not hundreds of thousands, but millions. And you've made it clearly evident every single time. He is this. He does this. Just on down the line. And some of the stuff that you've actually alleged against this individual are some of the worst possible things you can allege against anyone. With that number of videos being created, that much content being put out there, plus your very own words of saying how you feel about this individual and what you believe should happen to them, and making it definitely your standpoint that they are these things, that's malicious, nigga. That is absolutely malice being proven. You're doing it yourself, especially when you let those biases come out alongside the lies that you push, knowing that the evidence is clear that this is not the case. Think of fucking, what's her name? Amber fucking Heard and Johnny Depp. Two people who were in the limelight. All the shit she said, he did. The nigga held the receipts for years. Sues her. Malice is easily proven. Easily proven. The lies, the deceit, everything else, plus her history of doing the same sorts of things, taking these abusive stances on other individuals, it all got compiled together to pretty much show this bitch has a track record of this, a history of it, and guess what? She did this with malicious intent, especially after doing it so many times, saying what she said about him so many times, though he was never charged with anything, though the reality of it was that when it came down to looking at the evidence, it was proven she had lied every single time, and it gained her monetary gains, essentially. It gave her monetary gains and took away from his money. In this case, this takes away from his credibility, Andrew Tate's credibility online. It takes away the revenue that he was bringing in. Whether or not you're the reason that he was banned off the platforms, you pushed these ideals And not only that, you did it with malicious intent. It came from your own mouth.
For a crew so interested in silencing him, they sure have given him a lot of free marketing. Ethan tweeted, "Dear free speech champions that defended Andrew Tate, tell me what you think about this. I just got a cease and desist letter from Andrew Tate. He demands I stop talking about him. Thoughts?" I think this brings up an important conversation around free speech.
For people who don't know, bro, like, and Ethan, for somebody who fought for freedom of speech and who fought for the things you fought for, it's very odd that you don't understand that defamation is not covered in freedom of speech at all. You defaming somebody, saying things that may just like legitimately be incorrect, especially something as heinous and criminal as the things in which you are claiming that he did. It's like
He's both right and wrong. In the rightness of it is that right, it's not covered in there. However, the wrong part of it is that because of him being a public figure in the way that he has celebrity status and things like that, the U.S. on some level does force the burden of proof to be much higher than on an everyday individual. When that comes into play with the malice, the malicious intent clause within a defamation lawsuit. What the fuck? Play, nigga, play.
It's literally some of the
There we
worst
go.
crimes of all time, and I would easily go as far as to say, Ethan and them with the numbers that they're doing and how matter of fact they were making these claims, or y'all definitely played a role in that man being banned on several platforms. And the fact that y'all were speaking this way is crazy. But if
When the generalized public believes it,
bro, yeah, like you should probably shut the fuck up, bro. You should probably shut the
facts,
fuck up.
Shouldn't even
facts.
said that.
Shouldn't
Yep.
have said anything.
Just let him keep talking. Rack it up.
And that's the whole thing. I would allow him just to keep going and keep going. Like, I'd just be taking it all, receipt after receipt, stacking the evidence. This right here, that's absolutely crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Whether or not he created this or not, someone in his offices may have created it, or he might have found it somewhere, but I think they created it.
Where does the line
And with something like that, bruh, we'd have a problem.
I know H3 is like he's a comedian sometimes.
Yeah.
But like at what point, bro,
That's
where
crazy.
you're like, I'm just gonna stop throwing around these crazy accusations, even if it's a joke. At what point do you just stop?
Crazy.
That's wild.
Crazy.
Super wild, nigga.
Photoshop on a school bus, insinuating and he's grooming people.
paying a penalty. Freedom of speech is a principle that supports the freedom of an individual or a community to articulate their opinions and ideas without fear of retaliation, censorship, or legal sanction. I can post videos about a bad experience at a restaurant stating my opinion why I thought the food tasted poorly, but I can't start making false criminal accusations about the chef and why the food will cause cancer if your kids eat it.
That's where it
Defamation
causes
is
a
the
problem.
communication of a false statement that harms the reputation of another. There is no such thing as a false opinion or idea. However, there can be a false fact, and these are not protected under the First Amendment.
Now, again, the only problem with this is when it comes to public figures. You guys have to keep that portion in mind, that the malice portion of that clause has to be put into place when it comes to public figures.
I don't understand that. They're like, no, they kidnapped us and forced us into prostitution. They're like, okay.
Like, that's crazy. That's fucking crazy to say that.
At the time of this clip, the news was fresh
Because no one had actually said that. And he's taking different
On August 25th,
things
2022, I
and making them one.
video of Tim Dillon as a guest on the H3 podcast discussing Andrew Tate.
If you take into context also that he's done sex trafficking, does it change your opinion?
Well, listen,
Bruh.
100%. If he's doing sex trafficking, well, then that's
He is.
Notice how they make the
He
claim that
is.
it's a known fact that Andrew Tate is a human trafficker.
Every time I see that, I'm like, wow,
Therefore, it is
wow.
not a statement of fact. Therefore, what they are saying is defamatory. A day prior, Andrew released a 73-minute video which includes a detailed account of the accusations surrounding the trafficking story.
I do not like false accusations of criminal activity. That's another thing that I really do not like.
The following day, H3 released a stream titled Andrew Tate Cries and Begs for Forgiveness. Ethan Enters the Metaverse After Dark number 81, where they react to Tate's final message video.
I guess it's not even necessarily a supercut. It's there's some parts that are relevant.
So I want to get past this. We already saw this.
All right, well, 3 minutes. That's about all I can stomach of this.
I was watching
Shit.
the video, just curious what they had to say.
This is I'm about to skip.
Nah, you fucking reacted 22 times to his shit. No, it's not, bro. You can stomach some more, man.
And what's you know what's even worse? I don't know why Ethan. I don't know why you're doing this because you're doing this to this man. He did that Abba and Preach as well.
Yep.
Where he's like
a history of doing this.
The video, he refuses to watch the video to know what somebody is saying in the video, and claim that Abba and Preach are saying things in their video that they did not say at all. So I don't know why Ethan is running around having the actual capability. You're on a fucking podcast where you sit there for fucking hours. You're telling me you cannot watch through this man's video or even have somebody chop up some of the more credible bits of information so you can shut the fuck up and stop trying to say things that could get you packed the fuck out of here? Are you crazy? That is absurd. The laziness that comes behind that is ridiculous, especially because, again, you are sitting at a fucking desk on a podcast for hours.
Recently rebuilt an entire
It's a question. It's a question of, you know, does he think he's fucking
foundation? That's probably just a funnel for sex trafficking.
Does he think he's just untouchable in this arena?
That's not even a joke.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
like-
That's what he's just saying shit. No, but he keep going. He drags it on.
Sounds like something the FBI should look into.
Yeah.
And I love that comment. And I didn't say this before, but the FBI should look into, nigga, first off, it's in a totally different country under different regulations, different guidelines. The FBI has no fucking place in it. And this is the problem a great deal of time with a lot of people in America. Oh, we have to interject on every goddamn thing and blah, blah, blah. Well, first off, you hold a shitbag ass bias towards this individual. All right. The shit's been looked into more than likely by the officials and the government where he resides. The FBI has nothing to do with said situation, unless, of course, Young B, what up, my boy? What's going on with you? How you doing, bruh? But it's just crazy the thoughts that go into this shit, man. Like, I can't stress it enough how ridiculous this clown here is, and this bitter little broad next to her to him is as well. And to sit here and put out such bullshit and lies, knowing that you're lying, knowing that there's clear evidence against everything you're saying, and to do so with such malice, yes, you should be sued. I want to finish hearing what these two have to say because, like I said before, we already kind of covered this. But, yeah, if you can't tell, essentially, they pretty much brought up all the same points that I brought up last time. B, how you doing, bro?
Orphanage?
Okay.
Can we please alert the authorities?
Making me nervous.
I was disgusted to hear how they interpreted the situation.
Okay.
Do you understand how insane
Fortnite?
your has to be to
Bro, get
realize
Warzone.
he privately had an orphanage and he's using it to commit heinous crimes against children? Assuming Tate can prove that his orphanage is not being used for the crimes.
Let's see. I want to skip past this and just get straight to them talking about it.
Messages of thank yous from the children.
All right, there we go. Since we already saw the
This
video.
type of behavior by H3 is disgusting.
So, yeah, it's to that extent. It's to that extent. To where, like, everything that he was saying that could have been positive, he's just like, no, I'm gonna triple down on the shit that I'm saying.
Where you at right
No
now?
basis in it at all. There's no facts behind what I'm saying. And what's even crazy is that even in his last message, there's several evidence and proof of, like, him debunking several things that people have been labeling on him.
And that's what I mean.
Y'all think that he bopped a woman?
Ethan's not backing down at all. And it's so crazy how many people sit here and bring this up as well, saying that he did these things to her, beat her up and all this other shit, sexually assaulted her, all that. And the woman made multiple videos saying, no, this is just some shit I was into. This is what I wanted. I have a kink. Y'all just don't understand what broads like.
Andrew, I'm just saying, you should have. Like, you didn't beat me enough. You should have bought her a cupcake. I don't think you actually know anything about women. You should have bought her a cupcake. Right? Yeah.
He proved it.
Warzone could take me 70. What the fuck?
He had that, but the women involved said that it was a kink that they did. Just disregard. Nope, you're lying.
Where the fuck are you, that nigga?
A woman going out of her way and not going out of her way. The whole situation about kidnapping a woman and doing an R word to her, it was proven that she was a false accusation.
Oregon.
The police came in there. They searched the place. They found nothing. They just took him to the...
That was the case right there, that the woman was cheating on her dude and lied about it because she was fucking Andrew's brother. It had nothing to do with Andrew. It was his brother and his friends. She was sucking everybody off and lied to her boyfriend. So he's like, oh my God, she's been taken. And she was like, nah, nigga, it's not like that.
It's crazy.
Yeah, when he formats it like a joke, I see it as just entertainment. But when it's not even funny,
it's not even.
It's
funny,
like, yo, bro, why? What is the point? It's not even what you said wasn't even funny. Why say it?
Fact. In Tate's final message video, he shared the camera footage of the police investigation and claimed the accusations were false.
Turned up and investigated as they
Two-tongue
should,
cans in his
and
trigger.
they found out that it was completely false. That nobody was kidnapped, nobody was held against their will.
Hold up. We'll talk to you about that in a second. What the fuck?
I have no criminal charges in Romania, England, America.
This man playing an old school telephone game.
Proving it. Ethan didn't even take the time out to watch it, and in the little bit that they did watch, he still was pushing heavy on this shit, bro. So, bro, I get that y'all people don't like Andrew Tate. That's fair, and there are things to be critical of him. And we said before, if their programs or platforms believe that he violated their TOS, then he can be packed up out of here. We all wish that there be some level of consistency, because there's things that other people did that I would argue are much worse, especially.
That's a big problem. That's a big problem.
Or Geppettos on YouTube, and they've been caught talking to fucking teenagers, and they're still some of the biggest content creators on YouTube.
Yep.
Still to this fucking day. But when it comes in,
You got motherfuckers who did all kinds of shit. All of a sudden, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Fake ass apologies, and they're fine.
More information about it. You still believe this shit is crazy. For you, it may not matter. Not an insult to you at all, but you're a nobody. You have nothing to lose, like nothing at all. Ethan is somebody who has a lot to fucking lose.
Who's the nobody?
The random person on, like the random
Free
person.
Tate.
Ethan has something to lose though. So Ethan knowing that he could be sued for defamation and still not like getting the facts,
that's what I'm saying.
Fucking crazy.
He doesn't give a fuck. He thinks he's shielded for real.
Back to back lawsuits, like he doesn't learn his lesson.
No lie.
He's winning these lawsuits, but it's only a matter of time before Ethan is the reason why the internet no longer has free speech, because he won't.
What I say at the beginning. What I say.
Just talking shit and then hoping his lawyer can back it up in court. But the only big winner in all this is Ethan Klein's fucking lawyer, man. That guy has to make $1 million.
Hey,
to stop putting himself in situations like
he racking stacks on this shit.
Founded on like good faith, like someone does something fucked up, he's gonna talk his shit based on evidence. In this situation, it doesn't seem like
zero evidence.
So it's wrong, and obviously,
it's
grounds for defamation.
Look at this tweet we're looking at, bro. He's like relentless with this shit.
Yo, whoa, what? Wait a minute. I want to see that. Hold up. What the fuck?
This tweet we're looking.
So brave to have this sex trafficking, violent, misogynist, rapist on. Oh, who's Andrew Tate, banned on every platform. Okay, all right. Damn, this video's almost over. But before, listen, no. This some fucking crazy shit right here. This is absolutely crazy. This man, I can't even call this little pudgy bastard, this Twinkie loving fucker, a man. He's a bitch. He's a straight bitch. And you know what I love about these sorts of individuals is they will sit there and scream the craziest shit they possibly can against somebody. But when they get called out, I'm not that type of person. Ethan Klein, as we all know, has made some of the most obscene fucking videos online talking about actually raping a woman. That it's something that he would do, that she would deserve. And I can go on and on and on about the shit, but I advise you, if you did not watch the first video I made about this prior to reacting to these guys here, you want to go and watch that, because I tell you all about that shit. This guy is such a fucking hypocrite. It's out of control. But what they said that's truly correct is that if he doesn't stop this, free speech is going to be full on shot as far as the internet goes. It will be shot. He's fighting defamation after defamation after defamation lawsuit. And yes, he's won a few of the ones that he's gone in on. But this one he would 100% lose because there's so much evidence stacked up against him and his team that proves absolute malice in their intent against Andrew Tate. We'll talk more about this. Let's finish this fucking video. Bruh, this is crazy as shit. I agree with what they've said. They just have a small misunderstanding as to the legality of a defamation lawsuit when it comes to famous individuals. That's it.
Look in there, bro. He's like relentless with this shit. And there's been overwhelming evidence that is just.
Does he know something like the internet doesn't know?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
He doesn't.
That's what I'm saying. So again, unless there's bits of information that we don't know, but yo, I saw the comments that y'all left in some of them other Andrew Tate videos, and I just ignored them because I'm not about to sit here and try to perpetuate things that either A, I can't prove, especially to this level of severity, or B, there's overwhelming evidence to prove that it's not true. We're not about to sit here and jeopardize our credibility and our platform to just sit here and just say lies about a man, especially to this level. That is absurd. And the fact that y'all think that we about to do that is fucking crazy. The fact that you are even willing to jump on Ethan Klein's side, knowing that he's just talking out his ass, is even crazier, bro. We just did the whole fucking Johnny Depp situation, and it was immediately proven there's a bunch of lies told there. There's a reason why we haven't.
What the fuck I say?
Tory Lane situation because we're waiting for the information to come out.
Oh, that's gonna be a banger.
That's gonna be a banger, bro.
The way I think this is gonna line up.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be a banger.
We get that evidence for ourselves.
Oh man.
Hey, bro. Ethan, if you win this lawsuit, bro, your lawyer needs a raise.
It's amazing
because
he gonna suck his lawyer off, nigga. Let's keep it a stack.
But in real life,
God damn.
So I wouldn't know, but it sure does look like you defamed him to the rest of us. Shout out to fucking Spencer is the name?
Oh yeah, shout out. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was a good video. That was a very good video.
I don't know how you did it.
Yo, Spencer Cornelia, yo.
Yeah, that nigga was
top.
That was a good ass video, no doubt, and that's why I reacted to it the day that I did because here on stream, it was one of those situations where I was like, "Oh no, this motherfucker, yeah, he took some time on that." But back to this. All right, listen, it's crazy as hell that Ethan Klein believes that by any means he can go around saying the things that he says. But it's even worse. And if you're watching this and you're one of these types of people, I'm talking to you. And I don't give a fuck about your feelings. You know why? Because your feelings ain't shit when it comes to the reality of situations. You motherfuckers who sit out here saying, oh, he needs to be gone. He did this, he did that, in lieu of looking at evidence, clear fucking evidence coming from the mouths of the women that were involved, knowing the fact that he did not catch any charges for it. He's never been to jail for any of this. He is not wanted by any authority in any country for any of this crazy shit, knowing that the woman's boyfriend who claimed that she had been quote unquote kidnapped and held prisoner and taken and all this other shit, knowing that the bitch she straight came out, yeah, I just didn't want to get caught. I was cheating. It is what it is. He called the cops saying that I had been taken. They have video proof of her going to the store, getting snacks, going to grab the pizza from the fucking car. And I spoke about this in the other video. She was out there going to get the pizza from the car, bringing it into the party that they were having while she was trying to fuck Andrew Tate's brother. You look at all of that evidence. You hear it from the mouths of these motherfuckers. And yet you still sit here with your soft asses because the real problem is this. You may know that the message that he puts out there is true inherently as grown-ass individuals or as young men because you're suffering through the bullshit that he's talking about. But you don't like the way he says it. And what I say to that is, again, Fuck your feelings. You just can't handle reality. And it's sad. For individuals who can actually sit down, take in all the evidence, no matter how much time it takes us to review and see the evidence behind this situation, for us to all pretty much come down to the same determining factor that this nigga H3H3 is in line for another defamation lawsuit that he can actually lose because of the fact that, again, I say this, defamation, when it comes to public figures, you have to prove malice. Malice can easily be proven with all of the number of videos he's made about him, the number of times that he's actually said, no, this is what he's doing. This is who he is. No, he's a criminal. He's a sex trafficker. All of the little shit he's put out there, and then putting it out to millions and millions of viewers, while alongside saying how much he can't stand him and his viewpoints, along with the long list of H3H3 showing himself to be an individual that does not give a fuck about the facts of anything. He built the case itself, nigga. Yeah, he should be sued. That's all I'm gonna fucking say about it. And if you don't agree with it, I don't give a fuck. Because you obviously can't look at something from an objective standpoint. All that means is you're dick riding on the hardest level. You're dick riding with a motherfucker that you're nothing but a piece of shit, clown ass nigga he makes money off of. That's just all there is to it. That's it. Anyway, we're gonna hop into the other videos, but B, yo, bruh,